Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Brenda from Planty Pants. Thank you so much for joining me today with my Sunday afternoon rendition of a planty video. In today's video I'm going to be doing chores and chopping and propping and trying to salvage. But one of the first things we're going to do, quite a few months ago I did a video on a plant that I bought, a couple of plants that I bought at Lowe's they gave them to me for $1 a piece. They were 2 sansevierias that were really in rough shape. The soil was as hard as a rock and they weren't growing and it was terrible. But then they gave them to me for $1 a piece. I brought them home, repotted them and everything, looked at the roots, and there was actually a couple little tiny pups that were starting. And I did manage to salvage that plant, so I want to start this video with showing you that. And then I'm also going to start a little series of videos, probably one every month or 6 weeks. It's going to be called, Can You Save This Plant? Okay, so here she is right here. So they were $1 a piece and they were in really rough, I think this is just a, Laurentii. But as you can see how the edge of this leaf is right here? This was all severely damaged. So just so it wasn't so ugly to look at, you can see some of the damage for this leaf. But this leaf's eventually going to go. But as you can see, we've got some pups growing now. There's 3 right there. I think there's another one. Yep, right there. So I would say that this was a success. I mean, they were just going to let them die. Did I need this plant? No, not really. But these plants are so easy to grow. Pretty much all sansevieria. They love low light. They don't like a lot of water. You can just really ignore them and they'll live forever. So anyways, there's that. So I went to Lowe's and Home Depot. All right, guys, now we're at Home Depot and oh my land, look at the selection of plants that they have here. I mean, talk about stepping up their game. Look what I found over here. Yep, one of those is going home with me. So they have an unbelievable selection right now. It looks like they just got a shipment in today, I was told. So I had to get these plants because I just had to. I mean, look at this leaf. Look at this new leaf. They're calling this alocasia a mythic red secret alocasia. And then here we have the dragon scale, which I have a small one at home, but look at this beauty. And then this alocasia poly. I'm sorry, I'm a sucker for alocasia. I wasn't planning on buying plants today, but I am. And then this was actually a gift from Miss Charlene. I don't know where she is. She's working here somewhere. But I told her I was making a video and I was looking for a sick plant. So she gave me this Dieffenbachia for nothing. It is just about dead, but I'm going to try to bring it back and I'm going to make a video about it. This is what I came up with. This was at Lowe's. There was a really nice woman named Charlene in the, I don't know if you can guess what this is. So it was a really nice lady. They really didn't have a lot in their clearance rack. So, was this Lowe's? Anyway, this is the Dieffenbachia maculata. And you can see it has some growth up there. But for the most part, it's in really bad shape. They were throwing this away. So she just said I could have it for free. So I told her I was going to do a video and I would give her a shout out if this makes it. So I'm going to keep you guys posted on this. But what I'm going to do with it is, I think I'm going to try to bring you a little closer to me. Hopefully I don't totally mess things up. Here, is this better? So what I'm going to do is, these are a whole bunch of different pieces. I'm just going to cut off. This is really struggling. You see there's a little bit of growth right there on the top. I'm going to cut this off right down here below a node. And then I'm going to cut these pieces off. And I'm going to see if I can propagate these pieces. I might not be able to, but that was my plan. I feel like that's the only thing you can do with this plant. And these Dieffenbachias, the sap that comes out of here, these are also called dumb cane. This is really toxic sap, so you don't want to get it on you. Certainly don't put your hands anywhere near your face when you're doing this. I probably should have gloves on. I definitely should, but I'm just going to make it a point not to touch those. So there's another one I'm going to try to prop. There's two. And there's another one right here. I don't know, you guys. This is in pretty rough shape. I knew it was, and so did she. That's why she just gave them to me. There's three. So that's pretty much all I'm going to do with this. And I'm also going to save the how cute. I mean, she definitely still has life. She's just not in really good shape, that's all. But that's okay, you know? That happens to all of us. Plants and people. All right, I'm gonna cut this big one off, right? One of these pieces is kind of rotten. Let me show you. Right here. See that? So I don't care anything at all about that one, so I'm gonna cut it way back. Then I'm gonna cut this big piece and get rid of the dead leaves. Pretty easy to do. And that other leaf is gonna die too, but I'm gonna try to save it. I'm gonna try to save this plant. So I've got these 5 pieces. So I'm gonna propagate them all in water. Probably put a little bit of either Super Thrive in the water or maybe dip these in rooting hormone first. But I'm gonna see, clearly I'm gonna lose that leaf. Why don't I just cut that off? I'm gonna see if I can bring it back. And then with this, what's left, those are gonna go. What's left, I'm just gonna take the dead stuff out and leave it right in this pot because it's a really nice medium. Actually, probably should check those roots, but I'm not gonna do that right this minute. I'm gonna leave this for a few days and see if it starts to grow, and if it doesn't, then I'll pull it out of here and check the roots. But it's got a nice, it's got peat in here, nice moist, nice pot with good drainage. So I'll keep you updated with what happens here. Right, so the next thing I'm gonna do today is take a sip of my sparkling water. Okay, so then this next plant has been in this pot for quite a while. I'll just show you, and I showed you this plant not long ago because it had grown and grown and grown and grown, and it was like going crazy. Remember that? Syngonium, I think it's emerald green Syngonium. Anyway, I noticed the other day that there was a piece that wasn't looking very healthy, and I'll show you, it's right here. And I noticed that, whoop, there goes the, one of the stakes just broke. Let's see if I can get this off. Okay, so this piece right here, if you look at the stem right there, wait, let's see if I can salvage this for you guys to see. See how the stem was already broken? So this end piece is kind of struggling. So I took a look at this plant, the Syngonium, and it's really out of control. It's out of control. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these stakes out, and you know, when you just continue to maintain your plants and you prune your plants, pretty soon you don't realize that you have a lot of bald spots. As you can see with this plant right here now, a lot of the bottom leaves of this Syngonium, some of the different pieces have died. So I am going to cut it right up and propagate the pieces and start anew because I don't like the way that it looks on the bottom. See the roots? That looks crappy, and it's not growing well in this pot. It's been in this pot for a long time, so I'm getting rid of all of that. So what I'm going to do is cut the pieces. Like, see this leaf right here? That's gonna die. It's gonna die. So I'm gonna take it off right now, and I'm gonna propagate this probably right here. So there's one pretty good sized piece. And this one, the lowest leaf, it's not that bad at all, so that's not getting cut. But as you can see, there's no growth down here, so I'm going to cut it probably right here. There's two pieces. Oh my gosh, look at this one. This one is really sad, and the lowest leaf is not doing good, so cutting that off. And then I will cut this one right here. So that's three big pieces. And this last piece, which, look at the roots. I mean, my goodness. That one got out of hand. The lowest leaf is not that, actually the lowest leaf was already broken off, so let me get rid of that. And I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna cut this right here and try to get this root out. Nope, I'm not. I'm gonna cut the root. Ta-da! All right, so there's 4 pieces, and all really that I have left is this one piece. So I'm gonna cut that right there, and we're gonna see. I'm gonna cut. Who am I kidding? This has been in here for a long time. See this piece right here? How it's just coming out of the stem on the bottom? I'm gonna cut that off right here. Because, I don't know if you can see, yes you can, see the roots right down there? They're going right into that. I'm going to cut this, I'm going to remove this from this piece. And then this pot is going in the garbage. It's going in the garbage. Trying not to cut the, roots. Oh my goodness, they're way in there. So let's just take one of these. I'm gonna try to get these roots out, you guys. I'm gonna try to get these roots out because I want them, because it's gonna have a better chance of surviving this piece if I at least try to salvage the roots that it has. And oh my goodness, they're pretty well established. Pretty well established. Oh my land, look, it's coming up. Come on now, Skippy. Oop, I made a mess. Okay, look at those roots. So we've got 1, 2. This piece is really short. That's the one that broke off. 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5 good sized pieces. So what I'm gonna do is put these in a beautiful vase. I already have one picked out. And I'm probably gonna put them on the coffee table for a while in some nice warm water with Super Thrive, or some other kind of fertilizer in there. Yeah, so I was needing to do this, and this is gonna get tossed. I think I might try to salvage the pot, but this is gonna go in the garbage. So there. So, I'm excited about that. Okay, see if I can move some of this yucky stuff out of the way here. All right, the next thing I'm gonna do today is very exciting. I have this beautiful little watermelon peperomia, and this is so cute, you guys. I started this from one leaf a long time ago. And it grew tiny little at the base of a leaf, you know, if it's a nice healthy leaf when you pull it off the mother plant. Look at the roots. So I had it in here with two lids, so it sat up higher, so it didn't sit in water or anything. So it's time, I think. I think she has enough leaves on here, and look how big the stem is, the bottom of the stem. It's really big and beautiful. I think it's time that she goes into her own little pot. I'm really excited about this, so I'm just gonna give it a gentle squeeze and a little tug. She's totally root bound. I will tell you what, I don't really have a lot of peperomia, but I have a couple, and this particular one is thirsty. It's thirsty. I know. Most of them aren't. Oh my gosh, look at this. Let me see if I can put you closer to me a little bit. You guys, I want you to know also that I'm not even using my regular tripod today because I'm trying to do a time lapse upstairs with my philodendron giganteum. So I have a little handheld tripod, which I really wish I didn't get this particular one because it's really not very good. But all right, I'm just getting all the dirt off here. So anyways, if anything happens with the tripod, I'm sorry. Gosh, my hair is so short. All right. What I'm going to do with this right now is, because she's got like this, it's very wet, and I want to be able to see the roots and get clean soil and aeration in between the roots. So I'm going to go rinse these roots. Hold on. Okay. So I just rinsed off the root system. So her roots are really rugged actually. So what I'm going to do with her is I have this cute little gardening pot, and I made an enormous batch. I told you I was going with the bigger bin. Oh yeah. I go through too much to make small batches. I really do. And the batches I made before really weren't that small either. So I am going to use a piece of the screen. I don't know if you noticed, but when I took that plant out, it did have a piece of screen. These are all just dead roots that were on the bottom. So, yeah. So I'm going to put some soil in here. Probably a pretty good amount. And I'm going to put my plant right there like that. It's really handy how it just kind of sits up there. It's sort of displaying the leaves out so I can get in there good. And it will, it'll be fine. So yeah, these are the chores that I'm doing this week. Actually, I already did chores. I had took Thursday off to get my hair cut last Thursday. And I also went to Lowe's and Home Depot to see what they had for plants. That's where I got that dead plant, that Dieffenbachia. May or may not be dead, really. I don't think it's dead. I think it's just struggling, and I think I'm going to bring it back, and I'll show you. But, oh my goodness. What else did I go after? So I'm just pouring this all around the edges, you guys, gently, and it's really making a mess of the leaves, but I'm just going to give her a quick spray when I'm finished and put her right back where I had her. Man, I had her in sun, I'm telling you. She grows. She likes the sun. So I'm going to put her right back in the sun. And I'm going to go from there. So stinking cute. It's a little bit messy right now, but it's going to be fine. It's going to grow great. Once I give it a drink, straighten it out. Watermelon peperomia. Put this back in here. My hands are filthy. All right, there's that. All right, look at my dirty hands. And the next thing I'm gonna do today is really exciting. It is, oh my land, potting up my, I think this is gonna be the last thing we're gonna do today because, actually maybe not. Got a brand new pot, and remember not long ago, a few months ago, this is my Syngonium Albo, and there's 2 pieces in this one and 1 piece in this one. Somehow I started losing my Syngonium Albo. Look at that beautiful leaf. Oops. I'm not really sure what happened. Honestly, the leaves started dying, so I chopped it and propped it really quick, as quick as I could. So what I'm left with is this top, this base, and you can see what happened where I lopped it. Can you see that? Of course you can. Look how beautiful the leaves are. And so now I'm going to put it in one pot. So I'm going to use this size pot because I'm going to have 4 pieces in here. Hopefully this is going to work out for me. And I already lost, here it is, sorry. I'm going to put the soil right in here. I don't really know what the roots are going to be looking like on these, you guys. But we shall see pretty quick. So let's do this one first. This particular propagation vessel is with a Scatus plastic pot, and there's tree fern in here. Now I was experimenting with tree fern and using propagating in it, but look at that. Now I would say that's a huge success, and I have other and they haven't been in here that long. I'll put the date right down in here. It's only been a few months. So let's just see. Actually, let me see. I'm gonna have to pour this out. Anyway, so I didn't have any work on Friday either. I had Thursday off. Oh my land. Look at this. So I'm gonna put it back in here because I love this stuff and I'm not gonna waste any of it. And it's kind of pricey. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow, okay, this one really didn't, well, let's see. Kind of hard to tell what's going on here. Let me bring you closer. I'm just trying to get the hunks of wow, this is really substantial roots, So that makes me very, very happy. This piece is growing really well. It's going to start a new leaf anytime. So I'm going to put this in here. There's one. And this one here is doing well too. And look at that new leaf it put out. Pretty, right? So I would say that tree fern, I think I told you before, I just love working with it because it smells like coconut. I don't know why. Clearly it has like coconut husk or something in it. Or I don't know. Maybe they just make it smell like coconut, but it smells like coconut to me. Alright, so here's 2. And this is the top piece. Looks like I lost a leaf right there, but this is the top piece. So we are definitely going to put that in here. And then we have another one. So let's get rid of the water. Oh! It's made a mess. Alright, so now let's get this one out. Sure, it's just as, oh yeah, some beautiful roots. Look at that. I'm totally going to, oh, we got a little bit of root rot right here. That piece is no good. That's alright though, the rest is. Definitely. Gotta make sure, whenever you take things, when you remove the medium, when you're propagating things, if you see something that looks like it's not right, like it's going to turn to mush, like if you see this, like see this right here, this little area right here, this strange looking stem, really, look, I have new growth right here, which is super exciting, but this piece needs to be cut off. So we are totally getting rid of that and making sure that there is no rotten right there that's going to continue to form. No, let's see. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Does it? Yeah, it does. I think it's going to be fine. Okay. Wow, okay, so there's 3. And then I have this one that's in the pot. And this is good soil in here, I think. What do I decide when I just look at it? Yeah, I guess it's pretty good, but I don't think I want it in. Alright. This one, pretty good. Definitely pretty good. Thinking about planting this one considerably lower. These are all healthy roots. They're not coming apart or anything, so I just watered these guys. Literally, I don't know why I don't do videos before I water. I just did this yesterday. I gave them all a good drink. I'm in love with this plant. I am. Alright, so let me move this wet caca stuff off of here. So what we have now is this pot. I am going to put the middle piece. Let's see, I've got I got 4 pieces. That's literally all I have. So I'm going to put this big piece down in the middle. Like that. Even farther. Like that. And then put more in. There. But then this piece has a lot of nice roots. I'm gonna put it right here. Right there. I do the weave. Yep, like that. And this piece is gonna go right here. I think I'm gonna do a moss bowl with these. More than likely, so I am going to try to situate these so I can stick a moss bowl in there too. You know? Yeah, like that. I'm just lining them up. That's what I'm doing. I'm just lining them up. You see what I've done? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can put the moss bowl right here on this side right here. Pretty excited about this. Pretty excited about this. Oh my goodness. So anyways, what else is new? What's new with me? I don't know. It just feels like I'm always doing plant stuff. It's a good thing I love doing it because, man. Alright, so this is what I've done. 4 pieces of Syngonium Albo. So I'm pretty excited about that. Alright, so there really is one more thing that I need to do. I'm just going to do it. Okay, I need to repot this Pearls and Jade pothos because it's in this little dinky pot, and when I water it, it just goes right through. So it needs some new soil. So this is what I'm doing. I'm taking it out. It's going to be wet, but it's probably going to be root bound as well. It needs a bigger pot, and as you can see, she definitely is root bound. You wouldn't believe the mess that I make when I make videos, y'all. It's crazy. So this is really wet, so I am going to give it a squeeze, get rid of some of this dirt. Get rid of some of this dirt on the top. I'm going to try not to get the dirt on the plant because, so I'm squeezing this root ball pretty well. I'm going to kind of feel out what these roots feel like and see if they're, wow, they're pretty good. They're not really root bound, but you know, they're pretty close to root bound. So this definitely needed to be up potted, so I'm really glad that I'm doing this today. But I do like to squeeze the root ball considerably to loosen the roots so that, it depends on what kind of plant it is. These guys are pretty hardy and super easy to grow, and they grow so fast. And what's not to love about Pearls and Jade pothos? Oh my gosh, I just love them. They're such an easy beginner plant, and they're one of my favorites. I just love pothos in general. So I think I'm just gonna pot it straight into this pot because there's quite a bit of room around it. So that's what my plan is. I'm gonna just start with that, maybe a little bit more. See how much I put in. And, oh, that's too much. She put in too much. Try that again. Much better. Okay, so this is the tricky part because you want to make sure that you center it and that you get soil. So we know we have soil on the bottom now. We want to get soil on all of the sides. So what you need to do is do it slowly on all the sides. Just a little bit here and then turn it around, because it's really easy when you put too much in on one side that pretty soon you're going to have a lopsided plant. I'm serious too, because I do it all the time. All right, I'm doing good so far. So, you know, the thing is, if you don't take the time to up-pot your plants when you need to, or to try to save plants when you need to. I almost lost that Syngonium Albo, and now I have a pot that has 4 pieces in it with healthy roots. So, you know, you're better off starting over again. And that's basically what I'm doing. And I am going to show you, I'm not going to do it on this video, but I'm going to show you, because I thought I was going to have time to do it on this video, but I really don't feel like I'm going to. I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing on my next actually, I might do it. Why not? You know? Some people like long videos. That's what somebody said. I've been trying to shorten my videos lately. Somebody chimed in and said, well, I really like long videos. And I was like, man, I thought people like shorter ones. I'm trying so hard to meet the needs of what people want. But I fail constantly. All right, so the pot looks pretty gross, but I'm going to give her a spraying down, and she's just been up-potted. All right, so, and here's what I'm going to do. I have been propagating these Epipremnum skeleton keys in my cabinet for quite a while. I'm not going to put it off. I'm going to go ahead and do this. So let me just start by trying to clear this horrible mess that I made in front of me. It's a good thing you can't see it because it's pretty bad. So my little broom made out of screens. Hey, you gotta improvise whenever you can. All right, so I'm gonna use this pot. And I am going to go ahead and put some soil in here. I'm gonna use this piece right here to cover the hole. It may or may not work. Who knows? All right, I'm really excited to do this. It's gonna be a little bit time consuming, but for the sake of having a little bit of a longer video, I'm going for it. So, I'm not gonna reuse any of this moss. Let's just see what we have here for roots. Ooh. That's a pretty substantial root. I think I also have, see a little tiny root. Let me show you. Wait, let me get the rest of this off. Wow, their roots are nice and rugged. That's definitely new. We have a little bit of growth right here too. I want you to see that. Right there. Can you see it? It's white. Okay, so there's one piece. Oh my land, I'm excited about that. I am gonna cut off this piece right here because I don't want it to rot. So there's one piece we have. Here's my next one. Ooh, this one's deep. Oh my gosh, there's 2 in here. Wow. Look at that root. Oh my gosh. Wow. This is insane. All right, look at this. Look at this, y'all. Look how rugged the roots are. Look how rugged. That's nice and strong. All right, again, I'm going to cut this end off a little ways, like right to there. Holy crap. How many more do I have? I know I'm cutting off my head. Ooh, look at the roots in this one. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's only one in here. But look at all the growth. Look at this. Wow. All right. I'm so glad I did this today, you guys. So glad I did this today. All right, I'm going to do something a little different here. I'm going to cut a little bit of the stem off the top. And I'm also going to cut, there's no roots growing beyond right here. So I am going to cut this right here. And that's my other piece. I think I'm going to cut this one off a little bit at the top as well. And this one too. I'm so excited right now. I can't even see straight. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh, I have 4 pieces. I am stoked. I'm stoked. I have never, okay, truth be told, I have never been able to successfully grow an epipremnum skeleton key enough so that it produced the skeleton key leaves, a more mature plant, but I'm hoping that I can do that this time. So that's what I'm going for. I bought it as only just one node, and then I grew one long piece and I chopped it. Now I'm propping it just like I did with the Syngonium Albo. I started that with one little tiny leaf as well. That's how I like to grow my plants. I mean, it's fun buying them if you can afford a big one, but I really like to grow them. I like the challenge of watching them grow and trying to succeed with them. That's what brings me joy. So, yeah. All right, so I am just, I'm not showing you anything that I'm doing. I'm just gonna kind of line these up in here. I think I feel like I need more soil, like that much. I'm gonna line these up in here and just try to kind of lay the roots out. Like this one, I'm gonna really just cram right in here with my hands and just make sure that I cover the roots like that. That has a beautiful root that's going down as well. All right, I feel like I screwed up. Hold on, I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna do this way because these all have longer roots and I poured too much in here. So now I'm doing it again and putting the roots in, and I'm going to hold these up while I pour the soil in. This is really tricky, you guys. So I'm going to plant the other one last because it only has one little shallow root. Like right, see? It's only small, so I'm going to just bury that the last piece. Like that. See how I'm doing here? Just trying to successfully space them so that they grow. This is really challenging because the roots are almost sideways on some of them. So they want to like pop up. So there's 1, 2. I thought I had 4. I only see 3 in here. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, there it is. 3, 4. Okay. I hope this grows. I really do. I'm going to show you what I'm doing after up close, you guys. I'm sorry I'm not doing such a great job. Okay. So if you look, I now have 4 of them in here, and they're pretty good ways apart. Daggone. Still got a root sticking out there. What the heck? Cover that root, man. Cover that root, man. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Wish me luck on this one, you guys. I really want to grow. I really want to grow one of those successfully. So that's pretty much it for me today. Oh my goodness, what did I do? I hacked my beautiful Syngonium emerald, so that I have these pieces that I'm going to have on display on my coffee table in the living room while they root. And I have what's left of that, probably going to go in the trash. I have 5 pieces of Dieffenbachia maculata. I'll just get rid of this piece too. Who am I kidding? I'm just going to leave this in here for a while and see what happens. But also I have the 5 pieces that I am going to be propagating in water. I'm going to put them all together like this. Don't forget, these are toxic. If you get it on your mouth, you won't be able to speak. Your tongue will swell. Very dangerous plant. 5 of those. And then I have my beautiful watermelon peperomia that I just repotted with you. This is going to really start to thrive now. Can't wait to get her cleaned up in the sink. Get her all pretty. And then, of course, I repotted my gorgeous Syngonium Albo with you. Oh boy. And then, last but not, no, wait. Then I repotted my beautiful pearls and jade pothos. These are all going to get a nice spray. Look how dirty, you guys. Houseplants are a dirty business. Yeah. All right. And last but not least, I just potted up my beautiful Epipremnum skeleton key. So, that's what I have. So, you know what? I've come to the end of another video. It's bittersweet. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video with me today. And if you liked what you see, please consider subscribing, like my video, give me notification, click on the notifications. I try to do one every week. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and God bless.